What is up, heroes? This is Midnight Zero, and welcome back to Let's Play 999 Blind. In the last episode, we had quite the ending, if you want to call it that. It was to be continued. It was a mess. It was very confusing. With the whole, actually I'm Santa thing, I think it's an admission of Santa being Zero, continuing some quote that was given to us earlier in the game. Not 100% sure there, but something I do want to say is thank you to those of you that were equally excited about the ending and are excited for what's to come, and a big thank you to Caitlin, who will be helping out with this end game and making sure I get a bunch of the different endings in the way I'd like to, without of course spoiling anything along the way. So for those of you that are concerned about my ability to get through the different endings, confusion regarding it, know that I do have resources available to help out with that. And something interesting I noted was on the main menu there was something called Memories of the Escape, which means I may be able to, I haven't looked at it yet, maybe I'll do that on screen or on camera towards the end of this episode or something, but I'm curious as to what that is. And now we're here, right? So let's take a look at things. What do we have here? A score plate. A. Okay, so very clearly there are a few notes for us to play. I would say we'll search it just to be safe. I see, this feels like glass, a rectangular plate of glass. Is there something written on the surface? Yeah, it's a sheet of music with a couple of A notes. Just A's. Something worth noting is I actually ran into a Junpei cosplay at Anime Boston when I was there with Lizzie, and it was really fun. I actually posted a picture of it on the HeroNet Discord for those of you that are curious. But yeah, that's it. Kind of weird, huh? Okay. What does Snake have to say? What's wrong? You got weird all of a sudden. Oh, also thank you to those of you who reminded me to switch back to the novel mode, because I apparently missed the description of the Ninth Body's corpse, for example. And I definitely don't want to miss out on anything I can, I can access, so. Oh wow, yeah, so for example these sentences, blind or not, Snake was clearly attempting to do something. At last, Junpei could no longer contain his curiosity. Snake waited a moment before answering. I heard something strange. Something strange? Ah well, never mind. Doesn't seem to be anything suspicious. I don't wish to toot my own horn, but my auditory senses are considerably more advanced than those of most humans. Yeah, as to be expected. I notice even the slightest of noises. Right, are you gonna tell me you can hear a needle drop from a mile away? No, such a thing would be impossible. However, by listening to the sound of footsteps and breathing, as well as the sound echoing off the environment, I can locate most objects. Good old echolocation. Oh yeah, that's right. When Clover fell on the big staircase a little while ago, you were at her side immediately. So that was... Yes, I could hear it happening. In fact, I can run quite fast. Certainly as fast as you. Wow. And should someone attempt to start a fight with me, I'm quite confident that I could defeat them. Wow, that's impressive. That's impressive, really. Junpei was somewhat taken aback by this revelation. He stared at Snake, skeptical. Oh. You don't believe me, do you? Care to give it a try? Snake's all like, yo, Junpei, you want to tussle? I must warn you, you'll no doubt regret it. Wow. Also, I guess if you had this in mind going into, later events of the game, it would definitely seem less likely that Snake would be forcibly thrown into an area and killed in this manner. Well, I suppose that's enough playing around. Let's resume our search, shall we? With a small, self-satisfied smile, Snake turned and walked away from Junpei. Alright, anything else to note? Bed with a canopy. I've seen things like this in movies and stuff, but never in real life. True, you don't see too many these days. I can't see the details, obviously, but I imagine it's one of those princess beds Clover is so fond of. Clover wants one of these? Of course, she never admitted, though. Yes, she wants a princess bed. Didn't I say that? You think it doesn't suit her? Yeah, I guess you could say that. Junpei, judge her by appearances, will you? And, well, you should not. That's pretty funny. Cool. This makes me miss my own bed and sleep. Yeah, I got you. It's a small round chair. Looks like it probably goes to the vanity. A white desk. Feels kind of fancy. It looks kind of fancy too. Can we open it? Doesn't seem so. Of course, there's the door with the lock mechanism. So this is the locking thing. It's flashing red. That's usually not a good sign. Is that a microphone? Looks like a satellite dish. Let me see. Well, judging by the feel of it, I would guess that we are meant to produce some sort of sound. And this device will sense it and unlock. Given that we, have a glass plate of notes, that's not too surprising either. Alright, let's check out this over here. It's totally a table with a mirror. Ah, yes. That sort of thing is known as a vanity. Were you aware of that, Junpei? I was not, actually. Glad to learn. Of course, vanity also refers to self-love, conceit, and narcissism. Yeah, that's where I've heard it. As such, you can say that every day when a woman looks into one of these, she is staring at her own conceit and narcissism. Doesn't that strike you as terribly sad? It does. It also sounds incredibly judgmental and implies, the one type of use, I guess, for a mirror is for, I guess, like uplifting one's self or indulging in one's own, narcissism by appreciating how one looks in the mirror. I feel like there are a lot of other purposes for mirrors. Regardless, interesting fact, nonetheless. There's nothing in the drawer. Yep, totally empty. Alright, well, I'm glad we have that. There's a map here. What's this? This isn't a score. Is this a map of the ship? A map? There's a map of the ship here? Yeah. Then I imagine it will prove very helpful. You'd best hold on to it, Junpei. Okay. Junpei the map maker. It is now possible to use the map screen. Cool. A piano keyboard. What is Snake doing? He can't play, can he? This piano, there's something amiss with the keys. You mean it's out of tune or something? No, not that. It's properly tuned well, the sounds are clearly purposefully different. The C key doesn't yield a C, but rather a different note entirely. The same goes for the D keys. They play some other note. Huh. Why do you think it's like that? Isn't it painfully obvious? Zero modified it in some way. This piano, you see, is part of one of the puzzles Zero has set for us. Yeah, it is indeed painfully obvious, Snake. Perhaps if we play the keys in the correct order, something will happen. In other words, we need to play a song on the piano. I believe so. I wonder if we have any indication. However, this one says score plate A, right? I'd imagine we maybe need to find other plates as well. It's honestly all I can think of. It looked like there was a drawer or something. An upright piano from the field of wood. It must be quite old. Doesn't look like there's anything else we can do in there. Let's try one of these doors. Ah, there's the score plate C. I am not very musically inclined. I took music lessons for a couple years when I was a kid. I played the drums and for about a year and a half, and then I tried the guitar for about a year, and honestly I just didn't practice enough to keep up with it. It is something I wish I knew, but I'm not dying as a result of not knowing, to be honest. The safe is locked. Honestly, I've been told many times that I'd actually like music because a lot of music theory in particular is rooted in math. So it's something I've, been interested in learning a bit about, but just, haven't had the time and it's not high enough on the priority list per se. It's one of those dial locks. It doesn't have a key. We just need to get the dials in the right place and it'll open. Did you find anything, Seven? Nope. How about you, Snake? I also found nothing. Alright, so we gotta find a dial. What's this? A leather suitcase. There's nothing inside. I can tell by the weight, and it makes no noise when shaken. I mean, how do you know something isn't just firmly attached to one of the sides of the suitcase? Huh? My mom does that all the time with presents. She'll should we get like a video game or something where we obviously know the shape and size of video games, she'll put in like a large shoebox or something like that and tape it to the bottom so it won't move around or shake. And honestly, they're not even that much heavier than they are typically. And, you know, mix things up a bit. Wow, there's a lot to explore in here. The bathtub is full of water. Is there ash or something in this water? It looks kind of gray. Let's just pull the plug. No, hold on. Maybe we can, I don't know, use it for something? Use it for something? Yeah, I agree. What if we dip one of the plates in there? Well, doesn't seem to be helpful, but these lights, huh? Nope, doesn't look like there's anything hidden there. Okay. What about the shower head? Testing, testing. Hey, it's great to see you all here. I just flew in from New York, and boy, are my arms tired. Yes, thank you. I'll be here all week. Try the veal. It's not a mic, 7. It's just a shower head. That's funny. What? What the heck? That's actually really funny. Well, the sink's clean. Any water? Nothing's coming out. We've got the faucet on all the way, but I can't hear anything. Wow, that is pretty smart to keep that water around then. Although I'm curious as to what might be inside of it. It's a light switch. Nothing happens when I press it. Alright, what about this? Wow, this so much to explore. This is some sort of antique desk. Makes sense though, I guess. This whole room is full of antiques. You could get a nice handful of cash for all the stuff in here. I believe it. What about the chair? Somebody spent a lot of time carving the legs of this chair. It'll snap like a twig if 7 sits on it though. Mind your own business! Sorry to be a big guy. It's a heavy piece of paper that's been folded in half. It has score printed on the front of it. Score, that's gotta mean musical score. If that's true, then the score we just found was probably in here. At least at some point. Is this not a score itself though? I guess you put sheet music on it. There's a cover for a musical score. Sitting on a table. I guess you put sheet music on it. Can I get closer to it or no? It's a chair. Okay. I guess not. To my knowledge at least. Because I've got the different score plates equipped. Oh well. This couch looks just big enough for 3 people. Looks perfect for me. What? Perfect for an elegant gentleman like myself. The couch looks a lot more elegant. Hey, there's something you aren't saying. Never mind. Yikes, that's in the fire. There's an iron grate in front of the fireplace. There's something behind it. I wonder what it is. So this is obviously where we have to use the water. The question is, how are we going to transport the water, right? Anything in these drawers here? No? What about this vase? That's how we're gonna use it. I get it. You're gonna use this vase, right? That's pretty clever, Junpei. We just gotta fill this thing with water. Cool. Sounds good to me. Now there are multiple doors. The question is, where are we? I'm so lost. Let's fill this up. The bathtub's full of gross, cloudy water. All right, shouldn't be too hard to fill this vase up. All right. Back out we go. We came out of here. Oh. I guess we're in a new area. It's a toilet. Doesn't seem to be anything in the toilet or the tank. Then why? There's some toilet paper on the wall here. Nothing that looks suspicious. I would find it odd though if there were no reason to go there. What's it behind this door? Ah, we got ourselves another score. The score plate G. And then there's a suitcase made of leather, the color of rich mahogany. Well, shoot, looks like there's nothing in it. What about the one on the bottom? It's a leather suitcase. Dang, nothing in here. Alrighty then. Let's go to the fire. Alright, time to put this fire out. About time, buddy, let's do it. Here we go. And give it a minute to cool off, too. Haha, good job. Another success. That fire didn't stand a chance. Alright, I'll just pull this out now. Don't want to get burned, so let's pull down the sleeves. So we have a score plate. So this is different, obviously, than all the other ones. And then this one seems to be blank. Interesting. As Junpei tucked the plate into his pocket... Oh. Uh-oh, 7, you alright there? 7 cried out and stumbled. His balance lost. He threw out a hand and caught the wall in time to steady himself and avoid the floor, but his face was flushed and he looked startled.
どうしたんだよ、セブン。
Hey.
大丈夫か？
Sorry. Well, a little tired. The yawn was inevitable. Seven, what the heck was that? Are you alright?
大丈夫だ。ちょっとめまいがしてな。
Yeah, I'm fine. I just felt a little dizzy, that's all. Seven rubbed a couple of fingers across his brows and then shook his head as if to clear it.
ザク、俺の頭一体どうなっちまったんだ。
What the heck is wrong with me?
めまいに襲われたり、記憶障害を患ってたり。
First memory loss, now I'm getting dizzy for no reason? That's kind of odd.
記憶障害？
Memory loss? Junpei couldn't hide the surprise in his voice. Seven, for his part, seemed unconcerned.
ああ、そうか。お前にはまだ言ってなかったな。
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't tell you,
あ
huh?
の大階段のところへお前がやってくる前に、他のみんなには教えたんだよ。
I told the rest of them before he ran into you on the
目
stairs.
覚める前のことを何も思い出すことができねえってな。
Wow. Told him I couldn't remember a darn thing from before I woke
だ
up.
から、お前以外の全員は、みんなこのことは知っていて。
Didn't realize I hadn't told you.
ちょっと待ってくれ。
Whoa, wait a
それっ
minute.
てもっと一般的な言葉で言うと記憶喪失ってことだよな。
You're talking about amnesia, right?
そうだな。
Yeah, I guess so.
どうして記憶喪失なんかに？
Wait, what? Well, why are you an amnesiac? What happened to you? Of course he's not gonna know.
これが分かりゃ、喪失じゃねえだろうが。
Exactly. If I knew that, I wouldn't really be one, would I?
まあそうだけど。
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Junpei paused for a moment and stared at Seven.
でもそれって本当なのか？
Are you telling the truth?
あ
I mean, all you have to go off of is this word, right? Huh?
記憶喪失にしてはやけに落ち着いてるっていうか。
Well, you look pretty calm for somebody who doesn't remember
本
anything.
当ならもっとこううろたえたり取り乱したりするはずだろ？
If you've really got amnesia, shouldn't you be, like, upset or confused or something? I mean, to be fair, it would be incredibly confusing. It would be incredibly upsetting. However, would such emotions be helpful in this particular situation? I feel like if you were somebody in that event, I mean, there's nothing you can really do at the moment to help out with that, so you might as well to focus on what you can in the moment.
最初はもちろんうろたえたさ。D デッキの選出で目覚めた時はな。
Well, sure, I mean, I was pretty confused when I woke up down on D deck,
あれからもうだいぶ時間が経ってる。
but that was a while ago.
慣れちまったんだよ。諦めることにしたんだ。
Exactly. I've had some time to get used to it. After a while, I figured it wasn't worth the trouble of worrying about it.
悶々と思い悩んでた
Obviously.
って仕方がね。
After all, why worry about something I can't change? It's obviously easier said than done. You know, there are plenty of times where, for example, I took a really big exam and I had to wait 3 weeks for my score to come back. That's not to say I was completely free of worrying about my score, even though there was literally nothing I could do to change it, improve it, or know anything more about it in that time period, right? Sometimes it's just part of human nature, or certain personalities to worry about things, even though it's unnecessary to do so. But being aware of that is a really important thing to learn about oneself so that you can counteract it and, you know, probably live a lot more comfortably without the excess worry, or at least with the ability to combat that excess worry when it does arise.
記憶喪失ってやつは大抵は一過性のもんだしね。
Well, people usually don't stay amnesiacs forever.
ほっときゃそのうち治るだろ。
I figure it'll work itself out eventually.
そういうもんか？
That's it?
そういうもんだよ。
That's it.
さあ、余計な話はこれぐらいにして。
It's surprisingly reasonable. Alright, that's enough talking for now. Let's get back to work. Seven gave Junpei a look the younger man wasn't sure how to interpret and turned to walk away.
そうだよ。
How are you fine with something like that? I mean, it's not to say that he's fine with that. He's not okay with being an amnesiac. He's acknowledging that it's not worthwhile at the moment to worry about it, right? It's not that he wouldn't worry should he have the available time, mental space, you know, life to spare. Somehow, though, Junpei didn't find his reassurances very reassuring. I guess we'll start doubting him. So, it says score on this paper. I guess you put sheet music in it. So, I guess what's going to happen is we're probably going to end up finding a number of these glass score sheets, and then we're going to stack them on top of this solid score paper here, and it'll come together to be one complete set of sheet music. However, I don't know how many we have in total. There's A, G, and C. I feel like we're gonna need one more, but I don't know. We'll see. Where do we go from here? Hey, Junpei, where are you going? Didn't we come out of that door? No point in going back there. All that's out there are locked number door and a dead body. Or what's left of it. Yeah. Okay, well, that's good to know. I'm a little lost at the moment, so my apologies. We already looked in here, and we found the one thing that that area had to offer. There's no... This is where we came from. This should be the bathroom. Can we drain this now? Man, this water's dirty. Can't see more than 4 inches or so. Can't see anything down there. Do you think? Think what? Can we drain it? There we go. There's a plug on the end of this chain. Alright, why don't we just drain this water? Yeah, good plan. Alright, where's that thing? A good tug ought to be enough to get it out. Huh? There we go. Figured that would be the last one. Cool. Score plate D. Now let's head on over to the piano. Music stand. Seems as good a place as any to put the music we found. Just gotta put the ceramic plate on the bottom and then stack the glass plates on top of it. Alright, good. Interesting. I'm surprised that they don't even have a mechanism for forcing the player to learn that they're supposed to stack the glass plates on the colored one. Because I feel like, as far as this puzzle goes, actually determining that that's what you're supposed to do with them is one of the tougher steps to really make in putting together the puzzle. More so than actually, you know, finding the different plates. But regardless, sweet. Now I can play the music. Junpei, would you be so kind as to play the piano? I'm unable to, you see. If I were to learn an instrument going forward, it would probably be the piano. I think it's just one of the most beautiful, to me, sounding instruments. Obviously, experiencing music is a very subjective thing, right? People like different types of music, and obviously there are some fundamentals that are appealing, you know, acoustically to more people on average than others. But a lot of the music I like and consider very like beautiful or calming or whatever it may be is rooted in the piano. And I've also heard that the piano is relatively easy to learn compared to many other instruments. So it's probably one of those that if I had the time, I would want to pick up. I'm sure I needn't tell you, but the keys on this piano are not what you might expect them to be. C won't be C, D won't be D, and so forth. You must listen carefully to determine which keys to strike. Do you understand? Yeah. Alright, let's give this a shot. Interesting. So that was not the correct note. That was correct. Then this one, maybe? Nope. So they're really gonna make me memorize all of them. Okay, so it's this one, then that one, then is it gonna make me just go to the right or to the left? Let's see, which one was that again? Ah, it's that same note again. Okay. It's obviously been a while since I have read music, let alone played it. So this would be the third note that we did, and this would be the second note that we did, and then again back to the first note, and then the second note, first note, third note? Yeah, third note, and then the fourth one, back to the third one we did, and then back to the second one we did, back to the first one we did. Cool. Don't remember which note is which. Don't know which one is which. Just put it in terms of what I identified them as based on the beginning. Oh, it's a nice little song, nice little tune. And we're done. Music is not my forte. Wait, what was that noise? Junpei, we did it. Looks like it worked. Also, I highly doubt the tune that was played was completely, chosen at random. So if there is some sort of Easter egg or something associated with it that doesn't spoil later parts of the series or, this game in particular, any of the endings or, all that, please do let me know, because, yeah, I'd be interested in finding out, more about that. I heard something unlock over by the exit. Let's go. Good plan. That was fast. Stand! Bow! Be seated! Well, I guess he hasn't forgotten that. At least Snake thinks it's funny. Yes, I suppose that was the classroom bell, wasn't it? I don't imagine that's what Zero was thinking of, however. No, Zero almost certainly meant to suggest Westminster, not middle school. Westminster? The palace in London that plays host these days to the Houses of Parliament. You've heard of Big Ben, the famous clock tower. Yes, I've actually seen it in person. Big Ben plays that very collection of notes on the hour. Oh, good to know. I guess my own question is being answered. London, the capital of England, huh? At any rate, the door is now unlocked. Let's leave this place immediately. Alright. Say no more, I'm on it. Alright, let's go. You found it. Go us. So now the question is, how much of this is going to be different and how much of this is going to be the same? I think if we look at our flowchart, handy dandy flowchart. Okay, so this novel segment is definitely going to be different. And then we'll potentially have another escape to go through. I think. So, this should be new stuff. He came out of the door and into a long straight hallway. Another hallway.
Huh?
He paused for a moment and turned around to look behind him. B-53 first class. That should do it. Seven was bent over, apparently doing something to the door. What's he up to? Junpei had spoke more or less to himself, but apparently Seven had heard anyway. Is he trying to keep it open just in case we get trapped or something? The larger man stood up and turned to Junpei. Yep, I would think to do the same thing in such a situation. I was just putting one of those plates in there. It ought to keep the door from locking again. Now we can come back here anytime we want, right? Ah, why would you want to come back here? Snake was a reasonable one. Seven thought about it for a moment before he answered. I might like to play a little piano. I would think, should we get trapped or something like that ahead, we always have an escape route of sorts. Piano. Come on, let's get moving. We aren't out of this yet. Without waiting for an answer, Seven started off down the hallway. Well then. Snake shrugged, sighed, and quietly followed Seven. That's a lie, Junpei thought to himself. Can't say I could ever imagine Seven playing the piano. He couldn't use the piano in there anyway. The keyboard's a mess. But why would he want to leave the door unlocked then? I mean, you can think it was obviously a joke / lie, and it's odd that he wouldn't answer with such an obvious... I mean, I can come up with the reason, oh, I want to have as many doors open as possible. I don't want to be able to be trapped in a particular area of the ship. That's a very reasonable solution that anybody who wants to survive would probably understand, right? But that's also not something that's going to be suspicious. So if that were the reason why Seven were keeping the door unlocked, the fact that he didn't say so is suspicious, right? Which means there may be some other reason. And now Seven, of all people, is seeming relatively suspicious. I'm trying to think if there is some other means. Maybe I just forgot, but we'll establish later on down the line that, I don't know, we can't go back into the puzzled rooms after we go through them or something, and Seven would want to take advantage of that loop or something. I don't know. I have no clue. I feel you, Junpei. Hey, wait for me. Junpei frowned, took one last look at the door, and then walked away toward his companions. After some time in the hallway, they emerged into a larger, more open area. Whoa, a metal grate? A large metal grate, like the door of a jail, divided in half. Why is this thing... Not gonna be able to move it, Junpei. Gotta lift a little more. They shook it for a while, but as they had expected, it did not move. Figures. Are those... elevators over there?
エレベーターが2機か。稼働しているかどうかはここからじゃわかんないな。
No way to know if they're working or not from here.
鉄格子の左手の方にもドアがあるぞ。
Oh, there's a door just to the left of this grate. Unfortunately, however, it was locked and refused to open.
鍵がかかっているみたいだね。
Sounds like it's
だ
locked.
な。
Yep. Junpei took a moment to examine the left side of the room.
あっちの奥は下りの階段か。
Stairs leading
鉄
down.
のゲートで塞がれてるみたいだがな。
They're blocked by the grate,
で
though.
も向こうの鉄格子と違ってこっちは可動式のようだね。
But this here seems
つまり
accessible.
開閉が可能ってことか。
So we can open it? Yeah, it looks like we're just gonna need the right key.
鍵がかかってるんじゃないか。
No, I think it's locked too, look. In the center of the door was a small keyhole. Next to the keyhole, a small symbol had been carved in the metal.
なんだこのマーク。
What's this mark? The female symbol? He wasn't quite sure what to make of it. Snake, naturally, was somewhat more sure.
ああ、それは多分金星のマークだと思うよ。
Ah, the Venus symbol, I imagine.
ほら、大階段の近くにも同じようなマークがあっただろ。
Do you recall the similar symbols near the large central
太陽系
stairway?
の星を示すマークが。
They reference many of the solar bodies.
そういえば
Oh, that's right.
太陽、
The sun,
土星、
Saturn,
それに地球もあったの。
and Earth.
だからそれも多分。
So, as you can see, that one is
メ
likely
スじゃなくて太陽系の
not
金
the
星
woman
のマ
symbol,
ークってことか。
but a Venus symbol. So I assume.
あれセブンは
Hold on, where's Seven? While they had been discussing the symbols, Junpei now realized Seven had slipped away. Very suspicious. His absence now felt. Snake and Junpei turned to look for their missing companion.
あっちの通路の方か。
Ah, there he is, down that hallway. Seven had left them to head down the hallway, extending to the right of the
こっ
stairs.
ちだニルス。ついてきてくれ。
This way, Snake, follow me. Junpei grabbed Snake to lead him in the right direction, and they both headed off after Seven. Before long, the three of them stood in front of a
こ
door.
のドアは
I think, if I recall correctly, Lotus mentioned that this was the casino? I wonder if this door will... It was a French door.
お、開くぞ。
How about that? It opens. Junpei tested the door and realized that unlike so many others they had encountered, it was unlocked. Almost as though he was afraid it would suddenly lock itself, Junpei threw the door open. Oh, it's totally gonna lock. It's totally gonna lock. He stepped inside. It's the casino, alright.
ここは
Oh, wow. It took only a moment for Junpei to take in his new
カ
surroundings.
ジノバーか。
Is this some kind of casino?
そうみてえだな。
Sure looks like one. Before Junpei could comment further, a noise from behind made him turn around. Yep. Snake was shaking the door they'd just come through.
参ったな。
Well, this is troubling. As Seven and Junpei watched, he threw up his hands in frustration and then kicked the door for good
どう
measure.
やら僕たちは閉じ込められてしまったらしい。
It seems once again we are locked in. And again, if this is why if Seven was like, oh, you know, I don't want this door to close and be locked in this hallway or something like that, that would be a very reasonable explanation. Because it seems like this is going to be a theme, right? There was no reason to panic,
まあで
however.
もどっちにしろ戻ったところで八方塞がりであることに変わりはないしな。
Even if that door was open, it's not like we had anywhere to go
こ
that
の
way.
部屋を捜索して先に進む方法を見つけるしかないね。
So we must find another exit then.
とにかく手分けして調べてみよ
Alright guys, let's split up and search this
う。
room.
ほら、ぐずぐずするな。さっさと動け。
Come on, no dawdling. Let's go. Quickly now. Spurred to action by Seven's words, Junpei and Snake began to examine the room. Ah, these sound effects. Cool, time to seek a way out. Looks pretty neat. The casino, given the gambling, given the types of machines and all, it looks like there may be quite a bit of number stuff going on, so I'm looking forward to the puzzle. I think the one with the piano notes and all that was also a bit of an interesting concept and was a little bit different from the others, so it was pretty cool. And here we are already on to the next room, and it's a pretty neat looking one. I remember first passing by this room, I really wanted to see what the casino looked like. I'm not one to gamble, but I have spent a few nights at casinos in the past, and it was overall a good time. I like trying to count cards and blackjack, actually. That's really all I did instead of anything else, which is why I say, like, it was fun to go for the few nights I was at the casino, but I don't like to gamble. So regardless, that's totally off topic. Ooh, I'm digging this music. I'm digging it. We're gonna, however, attempt to escape from this room in the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope you guys are looking forward to this room and the potential novel segment that comes afterwards, and then potentially the next numbered door and maybe another ending. And again, thanks for understanding with all the confusion surrounding all the different endings. Thanks for understanding with the spacing of the uploads and all. I will be definitely returning to a more consistent state in the near future. But anyways, until the next episode, this has been Midnight Zero, and this mission is complete.